polls aren't working today for me. That's a-okay. They don't like me on the polls, apparently. We got 2 minutes till we're starting, guys. 2 minutes till we're starting. I hope you like the new intro, the new startup. Nice soft opening here. We already got plenty of people joining up. That's awesome, man. You guys, we're gonna have an awesome night tonight. We definitely got the homework done for you guys. Do a nice deep dive, baby. Just a couple more minutes, guys. It's okay if you can't hear me that well right now. We'll be opening up soon. Thanks, Conklin. About 1 more minute, guys, and we'll get started. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you stayed disciplined today. We have a beautiful, beautiful show for you today. We're going to go over the stock market conditions, and then I have got a cool little game for you. Stay tuned. Let's get it started, baby. $1,400 in less than 2 hours. What's going on, guys? What is up? We already got 11 of you in here? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hope my audio sounds good. I hope the lo-fi music's not too loud. And we just got to jump right into this, guys. But first and foremost, I got to say hello to everybody that's out there. Unfortunately, the polls are not working today. They got me the monkey. Ooh, They say no polls for you today, bro. We tried to get them up and running, but that's not gonna happen. So excuse me if we have a little bit of a delay on the chat, but you know I'm going to get to each and every one of you. Dan, Bob, Dan, the greatest moderator alive. Welcome. Good to see you again, brother. Nalani says, hello, everyone. What's going on, Nalani? I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I can say that without stuttering anymore. Dang Yankee, what's up, brother? How's it going? Can't say long, just popped in to hit the like button. Well, I appreciate that, Yankee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, baby, let's go. Jimmy Bright's here. What's going on, Jimmy? You are always here, man. You got a cot in the back. You just wake up when you hear the bell ring. Norman Conklin, love the rhymes. Yeah, baby. I like the new opening. Nice and easy. Nice and smooth. Keep it laid back and chill. B Stewie's in the building. It's soft now and then. He comes on screaming. Yeah, and you called it, baby. What's up? Good to see you, Beef Stewie. All right, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. You know you want to. It feels so good. It feels so good. All right, guys, let's just jump right into this because you know we got a lot on our plate. Now, first and foremost, the S&P 500 had a nice hit today, down quite a bit, well over its average daily range today. If we look at the hourly, you can see it kind of came back up in the aftermarket here. It's sitting right underneath that. Actually, it's easier to see on this here. Let me just show you on here. Let me show you the SPY on here. It came right back up, guys, right back up, and it's chilling just above the 50-day moving average. So, I mean, this thing tanked. It went straight down if you were watching on the hourly. Had a nice pop-up, and then right at the end of the day, this thing just fell all the way back down. And this thing did not forgive anybody who was on the wrong side of this at all. And then it popped back up, and this is mainly because the AMD and NVIDIA popping back up, but Microsoft tanked well with it. Now, the good news is, with all of this, guys, is if you look at the equally weighted, the RSP, now, you guys always know I try to stay positive no matter what. The RSP is still showing very fruitful. It's showing that if we look at the overall heat market, even though we had a bloody day today, we still have green in this market. It wasn't like a few days ago when it was nothing but red. Plain and simple, guys, it's still looking decent. Basically the finance, the health technology, consumer services, the energy, the health services, I mean, those, the hot sectors still prevail. The hot sectors still look good. David, you need to wash your face a little dry around the chin. Yeah, you better believe it, man. It's itchy as hell, too. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe I'll do a poll. My polls ever work, whether I should shave this damn thing or not. But either way, we're going to keep rocking it. We're going to see just how manly I can look. But the RSP, the equally weighted 500, is looking decent. When I say decent, I think it's looking really, really good. So if we look at the RSP, if we look at the IWM, you wouldn't think that we were in a pullback. You wouldn't think anything was looking bad because you would say, well, the RSP, this thing's up. You would look at the IWM, you'd say they're both above their 10 and 21-day moving averages they were all rising, right? And it looks beautiful. It looks really, really good until you look at the QQQs, the tech-heavy sector. This thing just got whipsawed action, this huge push to the north side, and now nobody wants anything to do with tech. And then on top of that, we look at Microsoft today. This thing sold off very, very hard in the after hours. They had earnings come out and it looked decent. And then if we look at Microsoft in the after hours, let's take a look. It's easier to see the after hours. It ripped right down here. Of course, we got a nice bounce and we're sitting at 411.16, but Microsoft on earnings just tanked, guys, tanked. Barely recovered. We're back up underneath. Let's take a little peeky gander. Oh my gosh. We're nowhere near that 50-day moving average. Microsoft took a micro shit. Holy guacamole, that is horrible. Let's take a look at NVIDIA, as NVIDIA did the same thing. Huge sell-off here, a pop-up in the after hours, but got us nowhere near that 50-day moving average. So if we look at the overall tech industry, you would say this is absolute garbage doo-doo. But you can't expect too much when these things swelled to the masses of over $1 trillion market caps, as NVIDIA still sits at $2.5 trillion market cap. So when you see things like this, you can expect a pullback at some point in time. Of course, we were ready and we were prepared. Why? Because my rule is the S&P 500 below a 21-day moving average. And right here, we can look back at the daily watch list. We were risk off. We were risk off, ladies and gentlemen, and that's exactly what I like to see. Is when we call something like this out, we can help protect the people that we know and love. And I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about everybody in the Discord, everybody in the live chat right now, everybody that's a part of this crew. There's a reason why we have a process. Now, anybody that's new to this, hit that like and subscribe. This process might not be for you, but what I will say is this is a process. It saves me money and it makes me money. And that's the best thing that you possibly can do. Aside from risk management being the pinnacle of every edge and every trading compilation, what you really need to do is find yourself a process within that edge. All right. So make sure, folks, make sure that you have an edge in this market, and you can start with risk management, then focus on your process. And my process says anything below a 21-day moving average, I do not trade. And sure enough, there is not much to do on these pullbacks except for watch to see what the relative strength is showing us. What is the hot sectors? What are the hot stocks? And I got a doozy for you. Since we're not going to be doing so much of a watch list tonight, we're going to be doing a study list. And I'm glad you guys are here. We got about 13 of you in here, and I have an amazing study list for you. We're just going to finish going through this, and we're going to jump right into it, guys. I got about 10 or 11 examples for you. And you guys, seriously, you guys are going to love this. It's going to be a good time. It is going to be a doozy of a time. Let me see if I can get them damn polls up and running. Come on. Where is my chat? Where is my poll? Nope, it don't like me today. It says, no, not for you, dude. Not for you. All right. So the VIX Volatility Index, we get a nice little pop. As long as we can stay under this 19, I think it's going to be A-okay. A little bit of uncertainty in the overall market, but that's okay. We don't mind uncertainty as long as we follow our process. You can see on the overall downtrend of things, we are still on a downtrend. The fear is not, it's not subsiding just yet, but you can see that anytime we get a fear pop, it just keeps wanting to be less and less. So yes, there's some uncertainty right now, but at least it seems to be under control for now. If it pops up above this, we might have a lot more uncertainty. Now, We do know that the seasonality issues here, if you guys aren't aware of the seasonality issues, seasonality usually in the summertime, it gets a little dull, things get a little slow, there's not as much volatility in the overall market. Here it is showing we are having some volatility, but it is to the downside on the tech heavy situations. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, guys. Let's see, make sure this is all good. All right, things are looking good. You definitely got to have some discipline for this strategy, Damn Yankee says. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, guys. You do have to have some discipline. So we went over the S&P 500. That's what's keeping us risk off below a 50-day moving average. We looked at the IWM and we said, hey, that thing is rip, tater, chipping to the north side. The small caps are looking good. What about MDY? That is the mid caps. Same thing, above a rising 10 and 21-day moving average. Small cap, mid caps looking great. The ETFs that are looking good, XLF, we talked about this before, people, above a rising 10 and 21-day moving average. XLV, which is your healthcare, above a rising 10 and 21-day moving average. And there are a few others, but these are our main two. These are the main two, and these are the ones we want to focus on. So when we're looking through our small cap stock watch list, the things that we give you each and every week, that's what we're looking for. And you're going to notice too, even if you don't know what the hottest sectors are, if you look at the watch list that we give you, that Covey brings out for you guys each and every week, you'll find out that there is a huge theme: biotech, healthcare, and finances, financials. Those are the only ones that you'll see setting up in this weak market. Okay, there's a lot of relative strength out there, but the ones that are setting up, that are looking the most healthy, finance and healthcare. Okay, now while we are still here, I want you guys to take a quick little peeky gander at my screen, if you would please. Oh, there I am. Hi. Hit this like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's see what we're up to really quick. We're already up to 10 likes. We got 14 of you watching now. What the hell do I gotta do? A backflip? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, if you want to get this same charting platform that I have right here, right now, click this more button, scroll on down. You'll see right here a link tree with my name on it. If you click that, you'll have plenty access to a lot of things. Our YouTube, our Discord, the TradingView platform that you see right here. This will give you $15 off if you decide to sign up. If not, it's absolutely free trading platform or charting platform. But if you use it, I guarantee you're gonna end up wanting to pay that $15 a month for access to the whole thing. And you'll actually get a month free and then another month free on me if you use my affiliate link. That's the only way I get paid, and that's the only thing I ask for you guys to do, to at least try it. So download it, try it, see if you like it. If you don't, cancel it. Who cares? It's A-okay. And then, of course, we got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter X. So go ahead and check those out, guys, and we will get back to the show. All right. So we have a beautiful, beautiful thing in front of you here, guys. What is this? Well, this is going to be a questionnaire. My first question, this should be a pretty easy for most of you. And if you are part of the Discord, we will start a poll in the Discord. Let me just bring up the poll right here in our Discord. The question will be, would you take this trade if it broke up on volume? All right. And then we'll just do a simple yes and a simple no. And if you guys cannot go into our Discord to vote, that's A-okay. We don't have the polls up here right now working, so you can just text in the chat. Actually, let's just do that. We won't even do, I'm gonna cancel the poll in the Discord. We'll end this poll right now. And we'll just do it in the chat, okay? We got about 14 of you, 13 of you in here watching. So what I want you guys to do is, would you or would you not take this trade? Okay, and I'm gonna give you the answer. Let's assume now the average daily range is higher than the 4% that we have a minimum requirement of. And the question is, and the RS rating is above 90%. Okay, we get a big push up on volume. We get this pullback here. Dan Bob says yes. Jimmy Bright says yes. We only got 2 out of 14 people. I want to know what you guys think here. Would you take this trade? Would you or would you not? Would you or would you not? I'll get a little sip Shawana and we'll give you just a few seconds to answer. Let's see what you guys think. We got 2 people that say yes, they would take this. I need to know. Would you take this trade? Would you take this trade? And we're going to play it out, okay? Yosef says yes. Who else? Would you guys take this trade or not? I need to know. B. Stewie says yes. All right, we got 4. We got 5. Swervo says yes on volume. What's up, Swervo? Good to see you. Jordan Cruz says yes. Yes, it looks pretty unanimous. Let's see what happens here when we get a big push up on volume, a consolidated pullback riding a 10-day moving average, and it gets tight here with a high RS and average daily range. Let's play this out. Boom, boom. Pulls back, and that's where we're at right now. So this is a yes. Why? Well, because it follows all of our rules, guys. This is exactly what we're looking for, and this is a picture perfect. I don't know if I gave it away on the first one, but yes. Guys, this is exactly what you want to see when you are looking for these. You want to see these nice, beautiful push up on volume, a pullback on lighter volume, and then a breakout to the north side on volume. You take it. So yes, well done, guys. Jordan, welcome. Jordan Cruz. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, next up, guys, we have this one. My question is, would you take this trade? We get a push up on volume, and I'll just let you guys take a little peeky gander at what we have going on here. Okay, this is what we have. I can zoom out a little bit for you here so you guys can see what's going on. No, I will not give you the ticker name on this. Nothing, okay? But I know that we got quite a few people playing this game. Let's keep on playing, guys. I want to know, and give me your honest opinion. Don't just take what everybody else is saying. If you're going to say no, maybe tell me why. You don't have to. If you're going to say yes, tell me why, but you don't have to. If you want to just simply say yes or no, that's A-okay. But I want to know, would you take this trade if it broke out above this on volume? Yes or no? I want to know, guys. Let me know in the chat. I'll give you just a few minutes to answer. And if you are watching this at a later time, I want you to click this description down below and, well, we already went over all that. You know what to do. I'm just trying to kill some time. Let these guys answer. Let them answer. Come on. Give them a second, huh? All right, we got 2. We got a yup. We got a yes. What else we got? Predator says, LOL, the name is in the lower right-hand corner. Well, you're not supposed to see that, dude. Don't look. What you doing looking at that, man? Well, thanks for telling me. Let me just go through all these to make sure it's all hidden. Predator, you sneaky, sneaky. All right, I'm fixing it right now so you can't see any of them. I forgot each one of these is a different thing, so I have to do it for each one. Thank you, Predator, for that. But yes, would you take it? Would you not? Let me just fix all these really quick. Let me just fix my lip gloss here. All right, there we go. All right, let me go back to this one. All right, here we go. So would you take this? We got Predator with his eyes closed now. Jimmy says yes. Jordan Cruz says yes. Dan Bob says yes. Nice base. Nalani says yes. Predator giving it away. B. Stewie, Yosef, they say yes. Beautiful. So let's take a little peeky gander of what happens here. Now remember, earnings is coming up. Earnings is out in just a few days. Let's see what happens just before earnings. Bada bing, bada boom. It heads much, much higher with earnings taking it higher as well. Why would we take this? Because we get a big push up on volume with earnings behind us. It pulls back and it pushes up higher and it consolidates. It gets nice and tight here on a 10-day moving average, and it shows a very clear topping pattern, okay? Next up, we have this big push up on earnings, a lot of volume pushing us up, and it starts riding the moving averages. Let's take a little peeky gander at this, guys. What would you do in this situation? What would you do here? Does this look like something that we would want to take a breakout on? If this broke out of this area, let's just make this the trend area right here. Is this something we would want to take out on volume? That is the question. Let's act like earnings is not here, guys. It's above an average daily range of 4%, and the RS rating is higher. I want to know what you would say, okay? Nalani, lots of smiles. B. Stewie, yeah, baby. Isn't this fun? I love it. Predator says yes, he would take this. Would that be a double base? Oh, on the last one, yes. You could see it as a double base for ship. We'll go back to ship really quick. This is one base here. This is more of a cup, which we can call a base. Yes, some people call this a base, okay? So let's see. Jimmy Bright says no. Predator says no. Yosef says no. Nalani says no. Swervo Trade says no. Are you kidding me? Why not, guys? You're not going to take this? Why not? Let's just see what happens here. It moves up, and look at this. Gap down. Gap down. Now, here's a big reason why we wouldn't take this, guys. And it might sound whimsical for us to do this, but it's very, very important because there'll be times when you're looking at these and you'll try to talk yourself into a trade like this, right? You'll try and talk yourself into a trade. Oh, well, it's a trend. Well, yeah, but it broke all these moving averages, right? It broke the 50-day moving averages. Earnings come out the next day. We don't want to be in this, right? So, yes. No below a 200-day moving average, slow ADR. No, this is the 200-day moving average right here in teal. So it is above it, but it is below a 50. So if you thought this was the 200, same thing, 50. You don't want to mess with that. Tech isn't doing well. No, we're going to act like in this situation, B Stewie, that we're not thinking about what's hot and what's not. Okay. We're only looking at the structure. So, oh, you can see it. Damn it. All right. Next up, we have this right here. Would you take this trade right here? What is this? Well, we got a big push up here, a little cup, a little bit of a handle here, and then we get, I don't know what you want to call this here, guys. I'll clean this up a little bit for you. Looks like some type of trend right here. What do you think, guys? Would you take this? That's the next question. Would you take this trade here? It's very interesting. It really is. It's very interesting. Let me zoom out a little bit for you. Show you the full spectrum here, okay? We're going to act like the average daily range is high enough. We're going to act like the RS is high enough. The only thing I want you guys to focus on is the structure and the moving averages, okay? The structure and the moving averages. You got your 10, your 21, and your 50 here, okay? A lot of these white lines are my anchored VWAPs I like to use. So let me keep this nice and clean for you guys. Clean this up, and then we'll take a little peeky gander and see what you guys think. All right, this is nice and clean. All right, we got Nalani saying yes, Yosef saying yes, B. Stewie saying yes, Jimmy yes, Jordan says yes. Okay, now I will be very honest with you guys. I would definitely take this too. I mean, look at this. We got a cup with a handle, and it looks like it's riding this 10 and 21-day moving average here. It looks like right here would be the best place to take it because it's getting really, really tight, and then it breaks down and it pops back up. Let's see what happens here, guys. Oh, look at this. It pops back up above it, and it starts to ride. Let's see where this takes us. All right, and it heads back down, and this is where we're at right now with this trade, okay? So this would have been, you could probably see this. Let's say you took the trade here. Okay, let's say you took the trade. Come on now. Let's say you took the trade there, 8%. Yeah, you could have got 1 R out of this. That's not really it's not a very good trade, okay? Now, we are not in the best state of trading right now for this trade, but yes, I agree with you. I like this. I don't like this so much, but this is an undercut and rally, okay? It undercuts and it pops back up. I much rather see an undercut and rally the same day where it comes down and then it gets soaked right back up into that area, okay? So it looks good. It worked out. It was not nearly as powerful as we would want to see, but we probably could have seen that in the volume if we would have zoomed in there, okay? So that's good. Yes, cup and handle, Dan Bob says. Predator says no. Yeah, this is kind of a preference because some people don't like these undercut and rallies, and I can't blame you for not taking it. All right, next up, guys, let's take a little peeky gander at this. Push up on volume here, pull back on volume dry up. Looks like a newer IPO. We don't even have a 50-day moving average out on this thing yet. What would you guys do with this trade? It looks like it's tightening up here on the 10-day moving average. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oh, that's some good water. I'm chugga-lugga-lugging that water. Let me know. Predator says one more inside day on that last one. Yeah, you know, I can't argue with that, dude. One more inside day right here, for sure. For sure. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're looking at this stock here. B. Stewie says yes, he would take it. Yosef says no. Dan Bob says yes. Jordan Cruz says no. Swervo says yes. Wow, this is divided. I like these ones, guys. If you're telling me no, I'd like to know why no and yes. Yes. Jimmy says if volume, sure. If you guys have a reason why you want to tell me no when you're telling me no, let me know. If you're telling me yes and you got a reason, yes, let me know. You don't have to, but I'm just kind of elaborating here. I like to know your thoughts and your reasonings why. I think we got quite a few of you. I'm waiting on Predator, Nalani. No, we already got Nalani's in there. Jordan already spoke. I think did we got everybody? Okay. Predator says yes on volume only. Okay. So, guys, if this thing gets volume, I'm 100% going to take this. And I did. I did when this trade happened. You guys will recognize this right after I play it, I think. Look at this. This stock up over 400%. Does anybody remember what this stock is? Anybody? Well, I'll let you guys answer that really, really soon. If you can remember what stock this is, let me know in the chat. You get kudos for sure. This is my best trade of the year, basically. So yes, the answer is yes. And why would we play this? Now, obviously this is in hindsight, but if we're looking at this and we play this, I'm sorry guys, let me go back. Okay, here we go. So this is what I like about this trade. We get a big push up on volume. We get a nice consolidated pullback where it rides this 10-day moving average. Not only that, but it's above its IPO price as well. So there's nothing above it to really hold this thing back. So this is a beautiful bull flag, and I love it, guys. I love it. The RS was high. The average, yes. Oh, you guys, that's nothing but love right there. Yes. Yeah, the VCP pattern's nice too, Dan Bob. B. Stewie says NNE. Jimmy says NNE. Dan Bob says NNE. Jimmy. Yeah, so, but I got to tell you, B. Stewie said it first, okay? So he's my favorite. Nalani, NNE, yeah. Make sure, you guys, I'm going to make sure you guys hit this live button. It's right here where this slide is, okay? You could be right here. Make sure you click this live button that brings you right up to me, okay? Make sure you are live so that way we are all talking at the same time, okay? So make sure you hit that live button. And if you're watching this at a later time, that's A-okay. Join the Discord. Join the Discord so you can take a part of these awesome questionnaires. It's definitely something that I'm excited to do. It helps train your eye into seeing patterns like this and to seeing patterns like this. Okay, this is exactly what we're looking for. Big pushes up, pullbacks, it getting really, really tight on a 10 or 21-day moving average, and it breaking out higher. Same thing with SHIP. We're looking for nice topping patterns, breakouts. We're not looking for sloppy shit like this where it's breaking moving averages. We're looking for nice tight areas so we can make 400% gainers just like we did, and we called everything that you see here out in the daily watch list. Of course, we're not doing a lot of the Dan Bob says B. Stewie, you're a suck up. B. Stewie, my man. We got this stock right here, guys. Here's the next one. All right. So I put this one in here, and I'm going to point out why I think it's tricky to get you guys really thinking here. We get this push up on volume, and it gets really tight here with the 10-day moving average coming up. And then we get this little tricky one here, okay? This thing pops up, and it pulls back on volume here, okay? So would you take this trade if it were to break out higher? Now, this isn't a trick question. Let's imagine here this next candle comes out, and it gets up, back up in this 1250 area, breaking out just like it did here on volume. Would you take this trade? That's the real question here, okay? And we're gonna play this for you guys too. I mean, let me know what you think. I don't want to give anything away, but I'll just give you the full spectrum here. We get a nice run up, some pushes higher, some basing, more run up, pull back, kind of creates this yucky cup. And then it pops up here on higher volume. It pulls back. It starts to consolidate and makes this basing top right here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious. I think this one might be a split decision here too. But, you know, let me know. Yosef says yes. What else we got out there, guys? I'll send some love your way here. Nalani says no. Why would you say no, Nalani? I'm very curious to why you would say no. Is it because of that fake breakout right here? Swervo says no. I want to know why. It's easy to say yes here. Predator says yes on volume because it's a base with few inside days sprinkled in it. You know, I like your answer there. Yes on volume because it's a base with a few inside days. Jimmy Bright says no. Swervo says no. Nalani says no. Beef Stewie says yes. Jordan says yes. Dan Bob says yes. All right. You know, I'll give you a quick second to answer why you were saying no. Pull back on that candle. Yeah, I can see how that's concerning there. And before I play this, guys, I'm going to tell you, I actually took this base breakout. I took it on this day right here, and it pulled back, and it stopped me out. Okay? It does look scary, Nalani. The question, though, was if the next day this thing broke out the same way it did here, would you buy it? Now, personally, the only way I can tell you this is yes, I would. I would buy it. Swervo says it would have to be above previous day's highs. I like that. Would have to watch it hard. I like that answer too, Jimmy. So this one, when I was going across this, Dan Bob's favorite stock grinder, when I seen this stock here and it had this fake breakout here, I actually bought this. I bought this right here on this day when it broke out right around 1250, 1256, and it pushed out higher on higher volume on that 5-minute candle. And I bought this and it pulled back and it pulled back hard and it stopped me out. Okay. And then it headed lower and bounced off the 10-day moving average. And I reset my alert for the top of this candle. Just like Swervo said, it would have to be above previous day's high. So this would be the previous day on this next candle. Let's just see what happens and then we'll continue on it. Volume speaks volumes, Beef Stewie says. All right, right here, as you guys can see, it never came back up. It never came back up to break this false breakout, okay? So I'm telling you the answer to my I'm answering my own question. There's no right or wrong answer here because it never actually broke out. So we'll never actually know what happens with this stock. But me personally, if it would have held this 10-day moving average, got even tight again, or even the next day broke out on volume, it would be speaking volumes. And then bada bing, bada boom, we'd be making money real soon. I think this thing would take off much higher if that volume would push it higher. Swervo, I really like your answer though. If it broke this high, we'd take it on this high, risking same day's low. If it was within the average daily range. Now the average daily range on this now is only 3.14%, but at the time of this breakout, I do believe it was closer to 4%. So grinder, it is grinding lower now. And we'll see, you know, maybe in the future we can see what happens to this. But yeah, not the right environment for it. But me personally, I liked this base. I like the base. I like the fake breakout. If I would have known it was a fake breakout, I wouldn't have bought it. But I did buy this. I did stop out. It was a very small loss for me. Okay, next up, guys, let's take a little peeky gander at this one. I'm excited for the... hang on, let me pull this screen. For some reason, it's not... this one's not working. Oh, there we go. All right, I got it working. Here we go, guys. All right, here's the next one. Nalani said, and also we don't take it on initial breakout, right? We will wait and take it. Well, no, we take it on the initial breakout if there's volume. So let's go back to here and take a look. So right here, we wouldn't take it down here. No. But we're imagining the next day that it broke out of this area on volume. So, but to answer your question, we don't take it on the initial breakout, right? No, we do not take it on the initial breakout. We will if there is volume, though. So yes, I guess we do take it on the initial breakout, okay? But there's got to be volume. We don't just take it because it's breaking out, no. But if there's volume, yes, we absolutely do, okay? So that, I think that was a good one. I'm glad we picked that one. Next question is this one here, guys. This one is a nice looking stock here. If we zoom out here, you can see kind of the structure of it. Just kind of nothing but, you know, dead in the water. And then boom, it pops up out of nowhere on volume. and it pulls back here and starts to get tighter on what looks to be a 10-day moving average, we're going to imagine that the average daily range is higher than it needs to be, and the RS rating is higher than the 90 that we needs to be, okay? Let's see. Dan Bob says, yes, Daddy David. What? I don't even know where that came from, dude. But I like it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't call me Daddy David, especially because you're the old man. You're the old man here. And while you guys are waiting and you're answering this question right here, make sure you click this live button. If you aren't live right now and you're watching this at a later time, if you're enjoying this at all whatsoever, if you are finding this entertaining or you're taking trading seriously, make sure you smash this like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the kind of stuff we do with our crew about 4 days out of the week. We get together, we go over the overall market, we make sure everybody's on the same page, and then we study. Why do we study? We want to train our eyes into seeing patterns like this. Why? Kristen Quilamagi, Oliver Kell, Dan Zanger. These are timeless strategies that some of the greatest people that have made millions of dollars have learned themselves. And if you can learn it, you can learn it with us. This is exactly what we're trying to do. Eventually, we will all be millionaires, and we want you to be a part of this crew too. So join now or forever hold your peace, because this is growing exponentially. We are growing extremely fast. So hit that like, hit that subscribe button, check out the link tree. In the link tree, you'll find our Discord. You're going to have to go through the Swing Trading School course that's free in our YouTube. Once you get through all of that, all those videos, then you can join our Discord. Absolutely free. The only thing we ask is for you to check out the charting platform using my link in the description, in the link tree. Okay, back to what we were talking about, guys. We got Dan Bob saying yes, Joseph says yes, Nalani says yes, Jimmy Bright says yes, and Jordan Cruz says yes. You're all going to take this? Fine, I'll take it with you. Let's see what happens. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go, baby. This thing rip tater chips to the north side from $7.25. It makes a move all the way up to $30.76. What an absolute beautiful, beautiful move. Now, if we would have taken this move, let's say we would have taken this on its volume somewhere around right here, and we would have risked 15%. This thing moved up as high as 247%, guys. That is so nuts. That is so nuts. That risk-reward multiple there is just crazy, especially if we would have used my 10-day moving average as your stop loss. You would have made all the way up to $17.90 on your last half after the 3 to 5 days. If you would have done Christian Quilamagi style, where you sold half after 3 to 5 days, and then your last half breaking the 10-day moving average, it would have been very, very advantageous. Or if you would have sold half at 2R, compiling your gains, you would have had another beautiful, beautiful win. So this looks really, really good here. You could have got 14 to 20% on your first 2R multiple, and then at least another 141% on your last half. So yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy move. This is actually what Christian Quilamagi uses as his perfect setup. This is what he likes to show people. Do you realize that this perfect setup looks a lot like this perfect setup? Looks a lot like this perfect setup, guys. Sorry, not that perfect setup, but this perfect setup. You guys see why we are training our eyes here? I want you to make money, and I want you to make money with me, okay? So let's keep on keeping on, guys. Let's go to the next one, baby. All right, here's our next trade. Okay, here we go. So we got a big push up here, a nice trending stock to the north side. Would you guys take this trade? We got a nice top right here. I could just move this so we get a clear as day on this top. Nice top right here, a pullback right here, pulling back on lighter volume. What do you guys think about this stock? Is this something that you would buy here? Let me just draw like a trend line maybe right here. Let's say it breaks this trend on volume. Are we taking this stock, guys? Oh, well, you don't need to know what stock it is. It's above the average daily range. It's above the RS that we need. Are you taking this stock? Jordan Cruz says no. Jimmy Bright says no. Anybody going to take this stock? Joseph says no. Why not, guys? What's wrong? What's wrong with this stock? Huh? What's wrong, Doc? Huh? No, becoming a drip. This isn't, I wouldn't call this a big drip. The big drip has more of I don't know how to explain the big drip. But it's a little bit slower than this. It is dripping. Drippy drop. Coming off the top. Mama wiping all that baby snot. Predator says no. B-Stewie says no. Curling moving average below a 50-day moving average. I like that answer. Nalani says no. Predator says crossing multiple moving averages. Nalani says below a 21-day moving average. All great answers, guys. I love it. Let's just play this out. Look at this thing. And it does. It starts to head lower. And here we are today. Okay, so this thing did not and does not look good right now. Okay, not only is it below all those moving averages, but it does look like it's going to continue lower, below curling moving averages, below a 50-day moving average. Yeah, you guys, each and every one of you were right. Yeah, Nalani says downward direction. Yeah, it is trending downwards as well. You know, as well as this. This looks nice, guys. Like if we were to just go ahead and select this bar, oh goodness. Now this is what I'm looking for. Look at this. Following a 21-day moving average, then this thing gets volume, pops up higher, and then starts to trend this 21-day moving average. Okay, look how nice and tight this baby got. Okay, if the average daily range was above 4% and the RS rating was above 90 right here, I would 100% take this trade. But guess what? It never got above that, did it? Maybe just for a second, but there was no volume there. Okay, so that's why we don't take pre-anticipatory takes like Nalani said earlier. We won't be taking pre-anticipatory takes. We don't just take it because it broke out of this area and made a new all-time high. Hell no. We're going to take a look at the volume. We're going to see if the volume speaks volume and starts to head us a little bit higher. Okay? All right. Let's take a look. Oh, you know what? That's all I got. That's all the examples I got for you guys. But I got something really special for you. Okay? Danny brought this to my attention towards the end of the day, and I got a question for you guys. How many of you guys have watched the episodic pivot YouTube that Covey made for everyone? Has anybody watched that? Here's the question for you guys. Is this an episodic pivot? Okay. So we got this big cup and handle, a huge pullback. It gets pushed back, and then we have earnings today. Now the earnings pops up. Okay, I'll show you on the other one since it's not showing on this. Here we go. POWL. Here's the earnings. Okay, so I'll just mark where the earnings are. It pops up and it's above all these moving averages right now. It's at 165.50. So if we look at the daily, max this out, it's at 165.50. So here's all your moving averages. Here's the 50. So it was beat down. It was below. And then you get a huge earnings here, and it brings it all the way up above all of its moving averages. It's sitting right around this area, okay? Not only that, but if we look at the earnings, the surprise was over 29% on the revenue, and the surprise on its earnings was 75%, guys. 75%. POWL. I don't have a long watch list for you guys. This is the only thing I have for your watch list because we're still below a 21-day moving average. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on the things you guys seen in the daily watch list that I posted today. There was quite a few things that looked nice. We have MIRA. We can look at all these. We can look at RGC, ZAP, AP, IMNN, EOS, and KOS. We can look at all these if you guys want. More than happy to. But the only thing that I want you to put on your watch list for tomorrow, I want you to watch the price action in the morning. I want you to see how this thing moves. Because if tomorrow morning this thing shows a higher than average volume, I will be there. I will be there and I'll be waiting there with shares. Okay? Now I say it with confidence because I know risk management. Okay? I know risk management. I will be using risk management on this, so I can say it with confidence because if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I will be watching POWL tomorrow, okay? So keep this in mind, guys. POWL on your watch list. Beautiful earnings. it's something that you guys definitely want to take a little peeky gander at. Now, let's take a look at MIRS. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong stock. MIRA. So MIRA is still setting up. I've already trained everybody's eye here. Would you guys take this? Tell me, would you take this if this thing broke out on volume? I'll tell you what I want. I want to see this thing get tight. I want a couple more sideways days here. Now, this thing moves 38.32% with an RS rating of 98, and today it traded 20%. So it's within its average daily range, but I still want to see it get one more day tight. If this thing can get one more day tight, I think we will really have ourselves a rip roar on this, okay? So this is what I'm looking for, guys. I have my crossing at 252. So basically around that 250. MIRA is definitely on my watch list. I even wrote up a nice little thing on MIRA because this right here, what does this look like? Let me just bring up one. Here's RGS. You know, here's LEDS. You know, here's what's another one? Here's NNE. All right. Now, what do I got? MIRA. Okay? This is what we are looking for, folks. Okay? Now, if this doesn't break out to the north side, if it doesn't have volume when it does, then I won't be taking it. Okay? It's very, very simple. Michael, this is MIRA, Myra Pharmaceuticals. I'll just bring it up right here for you so you can see it. It's at the bottom right of the screen. Okay? This is definitely is on my watch list. Okay? And Michael, if you were talking about the episodic pivot, the EP, that was POWL. So the EP that is on the watch list is POWL. This is the episodic pivot that we're watching tomorrow morning. I will be taking an opening range breakout on this if and only if the overall market shows proper price action for POWL, and MIRA is the trending, the base trend breakout that I am keeping an eye on, okay? So I wrote up a little thing on MIRA. Of course, I always start off by giving you a little understanding that I am risk off large and mega caps. That's obvious, okay? And if I take small and mid cap, it's with smaller share size right now, okay? But it says Mara needs a few days now, and that's true. That's why we only need one more day because I wrote this 2 days ago. Nice structure with higher lows, lower highs, need time to tighten. Healthcare is an uptrending sector. News about preclinical success on Ketamir on the 22nd. Held majority of its gains after its gap up. My alert's at 275. It is now at 250 because it is getting tighter. Also, it is a small cap that helps in this environment. Okay, so that is kind of my reasoning behind MIRA. Now, this thing might not ever happen. Guys, I always do my homework on all my stocks. If this doesn't work out, if this doesn't happen, hey, then so be it. I don't give a shit. You know, this is part of trading. But I'm not going to take a pre-anticipatory buy, and I'm also just going to say, hey, where's the next trade if it breaks down, okay? RGC, check this out, guys. So this is looking a little bit better on the hourly. But I want you guys to see it on the daily because the dailies, they're more powerful. Well, I can't say they're more powerful, but this is how I want you guys to train your eyes. So if we look at the daily, you can see we're above a 10-day moving average. We're just above a 21-day moving average. But on the hourly, you'll see just how clean this setup is starting to look for me, okay? So I'll just do it like this. We'll take out that blow off top there, and we'll clean this thing up. So it's looking kind of like this, okay? So I like this. It's not the cleanest setup, but that's because if you look at the daily, it's just kind of chopping around, but it is getting tighter with an average daily range of 59% and an RS rating of 90. It's definitely something that you want to see. Michael says, I see better trades than those penny stocks. You know, Michael, go ahead and throw them in the chat. These penny stocks are penny stocks, and it's definitely something that you do need to keep in mind, right? They're big, rip your face off, mess up your account kind of movers. We do have plenty of large caps that we could watch. But the thing is, Michael, right now, large caps and mega caps, they're in the shitter. Like if we look at SPY, you can see it's brought the market down. We're below a 50-day moving average. But if you look at IWM Or if you look at MDY, you'll see that we're above a 10 and 21-day moving average. So we are going where the strength is, and I'm always letting you know that you want to take smaller share size because these move very, very fast. So Michael, we're just taking a little peek at these. Of course, you don't have to trade these. You know what I mean? We also have Zap. A lot of people are talking about Zap. Big push up on earnings, or not earnings, big push up on volume, consolidated pullback, holding a 21-day moving average and getting very, very tight. So keep that in mind there. Let's see. We may have lost connection for a second, and I'm sorry, guys, if we did. I think we're back. We should be good to go. We're going to keep on keeping on. So there's Zap. Zap's looking pretty damn good. I do like the way it looks. It's getting tight right here. I'm expecting this thing to break down, but of course, if this thing breaks out higher on volume, I will be here. We'll just go ahead and move this arrow down like that. Oh, that's pretty. That worked out real nice. So Zap is another small cap stock. It's only 29 million float. Those like MIRA doesn't. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm not seeing what you're saying. Predator, what are you doing? Hitting the pause by mistake, bro? That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, no, Michael, trust me, I totally get it, brother. But when we are trying to make millions, you know, you're not going to do that in very slow moving stocks. You know, you're going to do it in faster moving stocks. You know, if you look at NNE, this thing is was a small cap. We could take a little peeky gander at this. Let's see, 381 million. So yeah, it's a small cap stock. You know, $3,000 in 3 days. You know, and that's using risk management. So you risk a small, you make a lot. You're looking at something like Carvana. You know, a lot of people like this Carvana here. Let's go ahead and take a look. It moves 6%. So this is bigger. Maybe it's setting up for you. But right now it's breaking below a 21-day moving average. So Myra fundamentals on Myra, good. And if it doesn't fall more, then may not recover. Yeah, I mean, we could go on and on about, you know, what we do and what we don't like, the fundamentals of things. I mean, usually if we're looking at health technology or biotechs, you're not going to have good fundamentals. And I promise you, Mara does not have good fundamentals. This is a shit stock. It really is. So Myra fundamentals, if you're saying Myra fundamentals are good, no, they're not. they're horrible. And usually they're going to be, especially if they're a penny stock like this. So no, I'm not trying to say that these stocks are something that you buy and you hold for a long time. This is a buy and you sell at 2R and then you hold the rest until it breaks a 10-day moving average because we are momentum traders. Let's take a look at AP. Now, I didn't care for AP and I just wanted to bring this up. It is breaking that 10-day moving average, but if we were to just look at this right here, guys, just right here, and we forget that this 21-day moving average is here, it's a nice structure. Covey was looking at this thing, so I just wanted to follow up with it. Nice push up on volume, a pullback, it gets tight. If it were to break out of this area, he wanted it. I just wanted to keep an eye on it. We'll keep on keeping on. IMNN, so this is something we were watching. This thing, I was only watching this because of this here. We were looking at this for the intraday trade. It's nothing now, so that didn't work out. EOSE, so this thing had a small breakout today. Didn't do anything with it, okay? Here's the daily. You can see a nice push up on volume, a pullback, and it's starting to get tight here. Looking good on the 21-day moving average. Dan Bob Dan, the greatest moderator alive, did call this out today. It had a little pop on the daily up here, but it wasn't enough on the volume. As you can see, this volume down here, kind of boring, you know, kind of boring. But I'm just going to keep it on the watch list. I'm going to set my alert to the top of this. If this thing can break out and get to moving, that would be nice. It does move 11.91%. So this is a make or break, but we do have to keep in mind that the earnings is coming out in 7 days. Let's catch up on chat. Let's see, Myra, yeah, Kevo Poblan. What's going on, Kevo? It's good to see you, brother. Let's see how we're trading profits. Up, BBY. Yeah, it was a pretty boring day today. GRFS, PCRX, both biotechs with good fundamentals. Okay, sit back and relax if you want to learn. That's right, baby. Let's go. SoFi, plenty of volume to trade. Oh my God, no. All right, let's just show you SoFi. Michael, you know, I really appreciate you being here. I want you to know that. But There's a big reason why I won't trade SoFi, okay? There's a lot of overhead resistance. 1, 2, look at this RS rating. It's 29, you know? The good news on it is it's trying to push up and get above this, but this kind of stuff reminds me of like TLRY, you know, where everybody was talking about TLRI and it just kept moving down and down and down and down and down. SoFi is one of those, is it a buy now, pay later? Here's the thing. Here's a big reason why I don't like SoFi. It is in the finance retail lending. Well, if we look at the financial sector, XLF, the financial sector is doing the best right now between that and healthcare. So if you are in the absolute best sector, you should be doing good. SoFi is not. It is not doing good at all. You know, it's only, I don't know. It's just not. It's not looking good. Now, I'm not saying it can't go higher. It could. It definitely could go higher. What do I know? But these aren't the stocks that we're looking at because we're momentum traders. We're momentum traders. We're looking for momentum. And right now, I can't buy this, especially, you know, because it's in a hot sector and it's not looking hot at all. If I was looking at something, if you want to look at something good in a hot sector, let's take a look at GS. Now, this is a leader in the financial sector. Not only is it at a new all-time high, it's also in a hot sector. It's riding a 10-day moving average. It's created a cup. If it gets a handle here, here's a nice cup with a handle, a nice breakout here on earnings. It's continuing higher. It's also in a hot sector, and it's going against the trend. Its RS rating is close to that 90%. That's what we want to look at. That is what we're going to look at. That is looking nice. Let's look at Bank of America. That's also in the financial sector. You can see in the Bank of America, it just finally broke below that 21-day moving average. Would I want to play this? No. Why? Because it's breaking this moving average that's rising up here. So there's better things out there, right? So Goldman Sachs is the leader in this. Where SoFi, you can see, and you can also see too, here's another good way to point this out, guys. Here, this is on an uptrend after a base. So what is this? Here is a stage 1. Here is a stage 2. Okay? And if you don't know what a stage 1 and stage 2 is, I can bring up a quick picture of stage analysis by Stan Weinstein. I always like to have this image up for you guys and ready. I'll just show you really quick. Here's Stan's Weinstein stage analysis. It's a timeless thing. You got your stage 1 base, and then we go into a stage 2, and then a stage 3, and then back down on a stage 4. It's really, really simple stage analysis, and when we use this, you can see here's your stage 1, here's your stage 2. We try to buy things that are coming out of the stage 1 and into a stage 2, but we at least buy things that are in a stage 2, so that way we're finding that uptrend and we're exiting out as it plateaus. So that's just a little something for you, for your ear. Let's see what else we got. I didn't mean to get stuck on that, but it's always a good time to learn. We have KOSS. Now, guys, I don't care for KOSS, but you cannot look away when this thing has a 30% average daily range, RS rating of 99, and it's very, very tight right here, okay? I think this thing's going to break down, but if everybody thinks this thing is going to break down, then it could break much higher, much faster, as the shorts will try to soon cover. And then you'll have the fear of missing out and the momentum buyers and everything pushing this thing back up higher. So it's something I'm keeping an eye on. It's something I have an alert on, because if it breaks this basing area, this could serve as a nice push higher. Let's see. I want to see if does my polls work yet? Why does my polls not work? It's goodness. It just doesn't like me. All right, let's just catch up on everything. We'll see what Michael's got. GRFS, downtrending, just had earnings, PC. All right, what else? What do you guys got for me? Do you guys have anything for me? What is this? PCRX. These are biotechs that are trending lower. What is the biotech ETF? Let me bring up my ETF really quick. Sector ETF. Was it XBI maybe? Yeah, XBI. So XBI is in this big cup. It has a nice pullback, but it's still above a 21-day moving average. So if you're not in any biotech stocks that are actually trending to the north side in a stage 2, then you're not in the right stocks. All right. Dan Bob Dan just posted in the chat trading view right there right now. If you guys click on that trading view link right here, guys, check it out. Click on that trading view app, download that app. If you like it, pay for the essential plans. It gives me a little kickback. You know, I like to get paid too. But if not, you don't have to. It's absolutely free, guys. And while you're here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody being in here. We are up to 15 likes. That's pretty good for a Tuesday after the market tanked. We're doing pretty good, guys. So I want to say thank you guys so much for joining me. We are now going to take any tickers in the chat if you would like. I went through my watch list. My main watch for tomorrow is going to be that POWL. Why? Because this is the episodic pivot that we've all been waiting for. An RS rating of 92 after it's already been beat down with an average daily range of over 4%. We're at 5.51% with an earnings catalyst that shows 29% surprise on revenue and a 75% surprise on earnings. That is a double beat, ladies and gentlemen, in a ticker that's at 1.6 billion. It's in the producers manufacturing electrical products. The average volume on this thing is 381,000. The average daily volume that it's traded today is 565,000. Tomorrow morning before market open, I would love to see it already trade that market volume. That's what I want to see. POWL to trade this volume. You can see that we have quarterly earnings that are constantly growing, annual earnings that are constantly growing. It's looking pretty good. What does it do? Let me read you this beautiful little script. Powell Industries Incorporated. It engages in the development, design, manufacture, and provision of services of custom engineered product and system. Its products include integrated power control rooms, substations, custom engineering modules, electrical houses, traditional and arc-resistant distribution switchgear and control gear, medium voltage circuits, breakers, monitoring and control communication systems, monitor control center, and bus duct systems. The company was founded by William E. Powell in 1947 and is headquarters in Houston, Texas. I wonder if he has any relations to our one and only Papa Jerome Powell. Maybe I'll ask him tomorrow. Guys, do keep in mind tomorrow, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you guys. I would like everybody to be here. I know some of you work. I don't know why you would want to do that, but take a little peeky here, guys. We have a big day tomorrow. Let's click on tomorrow. Check this out. Not only is the non-farm employment coming out at 8:15, 9:45, the PMI comes out. Producers, manufacturers. I'm sorry, I might not be saying that right. Then we have the FOMC statement and the Fed interest rate decision. That comes out at 2 o'clock, guys. That is a big deal. Now, here's the thing. I think it's going to come out at 5.5. If we look at the CME Fed tool, you guys will see that it is expected to be the same at 95.9%. But in September, as I've been saying for months and months on end, they are looking for a quarter of a rate cut. Now, unless Powell comes out and shows a little bit of hawkishness into this meeting, showing that he might not want to lift any sooner, that is when you're going to see a huge change in the overall market. I think the overall market is getting a little nervous as it is. Some nervous Nancy's on their clicky buttons, okay? And if this is what happens, you're going to see the market head down quicker, and you're also going to see this Fed rate tool go change for September. So right now, if we look forward looking until December, you'll see that we have about 3 rate cuts dead set, and we have been pricing it in very well. July, though, tomorrow, we are expected to stay rates as the same. So we will be streaming this tomorrow, guys. I will be live. I think I'm going to be coming out at 1 o'clock, 1:30. I forget what time I have it set at, but between 1 and 1:30, you guys will get the alert. And I would like each and every one of you to be there, help support me, help support Powell. I'm going to let him speak. He's my guest tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But of course, Chicago's pricing managers, or PMI. It determines the economic health of the manufacturers sector in the Chicago in the Chicago region. indicates expansion of the manufacturing sector. So we'll look at this 1 year. It came out a little higher than last time. That's a good sign because with inflation coming down, the Powell's biggest fear right now is that we are going to start losing too many jobs. Okay, and if we start losing jobs, then there's going to be fear of recession. Okay, and so nobody wants recession. Nobody wants that fear. Nobody wants any of that stipulation there. Okay. David's birthday. Yeah, baby. Michael says GME could pop. Well, it's been a while since I've seen GME, but since we're looking at all these stocks, we might as well take a look. So GME is down. It is at this base. Sure, it could pop off this area. I could see that happening using this 2250 as support. I could see a nice little pop there, but it's not anything I am trading. I've been watching this thing for a while now because we had, something like this looking pretty good, pretty hot. But I don't know. I'm not, I was here shorting it. I'm not doing much with this right now. I want to see that pop and then I'll play it to the sell side. Maybe, maybe we got to see what happens, but, I know that there's some resistance here and there's some resistance here on that daily. So I guess the only thing I want to go over, guys, is ASTS. You guys know that I was in ASTS. We had a big pullback today. How did I play it? Well, if we bring up the active trader, we can see that we're down $180 on ASTS, but since we've opened this trade, I've already sold out half right here at $14. The green area is where I've gotten in. That was at $13.26. You can see at 2R at $14.11, I exited out half of my trade. We held on to this last 150. It broke much, much higher. It's now trading at $17.52. We're still holding this last half. We're up $661 on this trade. At one point this morning, we were up over $1,000 on this trade. I even messaged in the Discord. I said, I really think this is the blow off top here. I said, I think this is the blow off top, but my rules say that I have to stay in this until it breaks this 10-day moving average. Okay, I would like to exit this after it closes below the 10-day moving average. If it closes below that 10-day moving average, then I will exit this trade. Okay, so I'm still in it to win it. In the meantime, what I did is I tried to hedge this. I seen the market coming down. I was scrambling to find something to short. I know a lot of you people in here did an amazing job shorting NVIDIA. I'm very, very jealous of you because I had NVIDIA marked out right here. Let me just zoom in on this. NVIDIA, I had marked out right here, guys. Let me hide this really quick. I had NVIDIA marked out right here where you can see there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas that it needed to hit, and it did that exact thing and then failed. And then the next market open failed. This thing fell hard and fell fast. I was not able to get a hold of that. I was away from my computer, but that's a 12% move from where I wanted to get in. Of course, shoulda, woulda, coulda, do not make you any money. If anything, it loses you money because you're trying to chase it in. But what I did do is I found SLNH. If you guys look at SLNH, you can see that it looks kind of like a big push up and it starts to consolidate on the 21-day moving average. Well, if this thing does not play to the north side and break out, well, then I short these things from time to time, and that's what I ended up doing when it broke this area right here, this basing bottom. I decided to take a short, actually a little earlier at 529 when it broke this area, with the anticipatory that it would break its bottom as well, and sure enough, it broke its bottom. So get the tape out, get the duct tape, get the donut. The bottom has broken and it needs to find a place to sit. So we're going to see what happens with this. I do expect this thing to head much lower because it just looks like it gets up and shits. And I hope it does this exact same thing here. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Michael says HELE and CMG. So HELE and E, this thing is below all of its moving averages. CMG, also below all of its moving averages. OLN, below all of its moving averages. All right, so does anybody else have anything going on, guys? Michael Anthony, please do me a quick favor. Go to my YouTube and go through the school, the YouTube school there. It's a free swing trading school. You'll see how we look at trend, base, and base breakouts, trend break and base breakouts. Once you go through all that, you'll see exactly what we're trying to find in some of these trades. They need to be above the moving averages. They need to have a big push up on volume, a pullback following that volume. I could show you a few examples. JP Morgan, we can look at JP Morgan, sure. Here's a big push up on earnings, a pullback. Here's a base right here, the 500 right here, the $500 breakout. Now it's the 50 after they did the reverse split. This was a beautiful basing breakout above all of its moving averages. There's another basing area right here, another basing area right here, basing area right here, and here as well. Those simple bases we like to play. Here's a trend breakout right here. I made some money on that. And they're above all the moving averages. They're moving to the north side. They're trending up, as to where I don't really care to look at something that is trending down, especially in a down market. These things could pop up. Don't get me wrong, they could. But this is just not how I trade, brother, so I can't give it too much attention. Let's take a look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan, the JPM. Yeah, that's looking good. So it's trending up. It's looking well. You can see it had its stage 1. It's in a stage 2. But I don't see a trade on this. Also, its average daily range is only 1.8%. So it's a very slow mover. Very slow mover, but yeah, it is working out. It is looking good. All right. All right, let's see if there's anything else that we need to go over here. We did it all. We did it all. I love it. It's looking good, guys. Let me see if I can get a pull up. What the hell? This is what they're showing me, guys. This is what they're showing me. The monkey's coming after me. What the hell? It doesn't want me to do polls, apparently. Say okay. That's fine. Whatever. All right, guys, well, do keep in mind tomorrow I will be on and live. If you want to, you can go to my YouTube. I'll just go there right now for you so you guys can see. Go to this YouTube right here, and if you click on this, right here is the trading school. Click play all. Watch these all the way through. We have a way that you can learn how to set up your trading platform. If you guys aren't aware of it already, you can go into this trading platform. It shows you how, from the time you open this thing up to the time you close it, how to clean up your charts, what to do with the indicators. But you can go to the trading view right here. You click on this button and any of my tabs. You can click on the link tree right here. And you can go and you can click on this trading view. You can download this for absolutely $0 and go through this. Go through this swing trading setup. Get your things set up like mine are. Then you can learn how to go through the base breakout, the trend breakout, the EP strategy, the risk management strategy, guys. We also have, a few other things like what is the PDT rule? If you're not aware of it, if you have an account that's under $25,000 and you're using margin, there's plenty of other things. There's these things to help train your eye right here. So you can watch things get nice and tight, right here. We actually went over this today where they get nice and tight here. You can watch all of these videos. We point them out for you so you can get your eyes trained into following exactly the trades we want to do. So go ahead and check out that swing trading school, guys. It's absolutely free. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Actually, what are we at? What do we make it to, guys? And of course, one thing I want to do is show you guys. Let me just go into this really quick. We'll type in David Worrell. Let's find it. Because tomorrow, let's go right here. This is the Fed rate decision, the FOMC meeting. That's scheduled for tomorrow at 1 p.m., okay? I want you to click this notify button. Notifications are on. That way you get notified when we come out. The meeting doesn't start till 2:30, but the Fed rate decision drops at 2 o'clock. So I'll be on 1 hour before that so you can see it. Maybe we'll do a little bit of trading. If there's some range trading on the S&P 500, maybe I'll do a little range trading just to keep you entertained. Or I just stick to my rules and don't trade at all until we see the proper setup, right? So hopefully POWL gives us a nice EP tomorrow. That would be absolutely beautiful. But yeah, guys, make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We're up to 16 likes already tonight. Let's see. Michael says, I don't see the link or don't understand the link to the school. That's okay, man. Here, I'll show it to you one more time. You click the more, you click the link tree, you click the YouTube, and then boom, right here, it says Trading School right here. And you can just click play all, let it go through. Learn it all, baby. It's a good place for you to start. And if you want to, if you have any questions, just let me know. You saw 18% on JP Morgan. My eyes crossed. Nalani says, no one knows whether stock goes up or down. If they tell they know, please run away, Mike. Yeah, that's so true, man. It's so true. Yeah, nobody really knows, guys. Nobody really knows what's going to happen in the stock market. The only thing we can do is find the expansion, find the contraction, and then in that contraction, flip a coin. You can flip a coin. This is a great the meeting that we watched, all those conferences that we watched with Richard Moglen for Trading Lion. One of my favorite traders in there, Jason Shapiro. No, not Shapiro. I can't. I always call him Jason Shapiro. With Crowded Market Report, he says, I don't care what you do. Flip a coin. Heads, you go long. Tails, you go short. Whatever it is, it's all about risk management. So all we're looking for is the expansion, the contraction, and a good spot for risk management. You can flip a damn coin. Do you think it's going to go up? Do you think it's going to go down? Whatever you think it's going to do, use risk management and you'll be better off, okay? Because if you make money to the buy or the sell side or whatever you do, if you use proper risk management, you're going to find your way. That's why I always tell people you're a loser unless you're learning. Learn from your mistakes and you can keep on keeping on in this beautiful market. And one last thing, guys. My process might not be right for you, okay? It might not be right for you, and that's okay. My process doesn't have to be right for you, but it is a process. And 99% of people out there don't have a process. They just want to gamble. Stop gambling. Stop listening to the dumbasses out there that just tell you to buy the dip, and make sure you follow a process. If you want to learn my process, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the Discord tomorrow night, but most of all, we will see you during that live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I want everybody to be there. Thank you guys so much. And I will be in the chat to see everybody on the way out. Of course, we're going to keep that rip tater chip alive on the way out. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have an awesome time. I see the fire. Jordan, thank you so much. Dan, Bob, Dan, the greatest moderator alive, has put the YouTube link in the description or in the chat right there, Michael, just for you. And much love, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you had a good time. If you had a good time, let me know in the chat. Learning session is awesome, Dave. I like today's approach. Then Nolani, we're going to do more of that. We're going to do more of that. We'll bring up a lot more examples, okay? So we went through those examples a little bit, a lot more. We'll bring up more examples the next time. Michael says, I can't day trade, and I always buy the dip, but right now the dip's not working. Yeah, man. That's why we always use in our process, Michael, the S&P 500. We don't buy anything when we're below a 21-day moving average. And I totally understand not being able to day trade. I've been there too, brother. I've been there too. I used to have an account well below $25,000, well below it, okay? And I couldn't day trade either. So do keep that in mind. I'm with you, brother, and I feel you, okay? We want to get your account way up there. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And yeah, after I play this outro, I will say goodbye to everybody. Thank you, guys. I hope you had fun, man. I know I did. We're going to have a better one. We'll have an even better one next week for sure. $1,400 in less than 2 hours. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I had so much fun tonight. Beef Stewie says night all, and you are very welcome, Beef Stewie. Thank you so much for being here. Nothing but love heading your way, brother. Nothing but love, man. Most appreciate you guys. Predator, thanks for joining, man. I had a lot of fun. Jimmy, great meeting. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Jimmy. You have a good night too, brother. We'll see you tomorrow morning. You're bringing the coffee, right, Jimmy? I sure hope you're bringing it. Yeah, Powell, yeah, baby. Powell, baby. Michael, thank you so much for joining. I love your you bringing up the tickers. I love you bringing everything to the table, keeping me on my toes. Dan, Bob, Dan, the greatest moderator alive. Nalani, glad you're here, dude. Glad you're here. Jordan Cruz, it's good seeing you in here, brother. If you haven't already joined us, I'm not sure if you're part of the Discord or not, but I had fun with you tonight. Thank you. It's good to see new faces in here. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Kevo Plaban. Kevo Plaban. Yes, Kevo. Good seeing you, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you being here. Who else did we got in here? Swervo? Yes, Swervo. Swervo is in the building, baby. Good to see you, Swervo. Thank you so much for joining us. Yosef, my man, the myth, the legend. Actually, that's Covey. But Yosef, dude, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate you. And I think that's everybody. We had a nice packed house today, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome night, and we will see you tomorrow. I truly think tomorrow is going to be flipping nuts, guys. I do, because with this Powell thing going off and everybody watching all of these, I really think that we are going to have probably the biggest live stream tomorrow. I really do. I think tomorrow's going to be the biggest live stream. Quote me now. I think all those YouTube shorts that I put out with Papa Powell talking, I think I have Papa Powell's fan base coming out, and they're going to come out of the woodworks tonight. So we're ending the stream now, guys. If you're just now joining, thank you for joining. I appreciate you joining, but rewatch this. We're just finishing this thing up. Rewatch all of this. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You're going to want to see this. We had an awesome night tonight. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the live stream for Papa Powell. Thank you, guys. Peace.